I can. Yeah, we are ready whenever you are.
Okay, so I don't have much to give you on the injury report. We'll just see where that goes today. We got back relatively late, but I thought from the game standpoint, I mentioned after the game about all the guys sticking together and supporting each other and in a hostile territory, I guess you'd say. That that was a thing that really stuck out to me right after the game. And then after watching the tape, uh, just the defense picking it up that second half and really putting it down, even down to the last drive where they had to kick a field goal and they kept them out of the end zone. I thought that was big to just okay, enough's enough, and we can't let them score. So a touchdown. To the offense making some plays. It was great to see MVS get a couple of nice catches. I thought Kels had a big night. Pacheco, and for all those guys to be able to do that, the offensive line did well. And I'd flip that over on the defensive side, and I'd tell you the same thing. For things to settle down like they did, that starts up front. And I thought Chris Jones did a nice job of communicating that to the guys, and Bolden and Drew of working through their stuff there and making sure everybody was lined in the right spots and so on. So and then the back end, Snead just continues to be. Like I said, I have a hard time believing anybody's doing it better right now than him. But he's done a nice job along with the other guys back there. Reid had a couple of really nice plays too. So, and then special teams. Can't talk much about Tommy because he didn't have to do much. He just had the one punt. But Bucker continues to do a nice job for us, and I know the guys had the ultimate trust in him. And then the coverage teams were good. So that means that the coordinators did a good job with it. The guys executed and believed in what the coordinators were putting out there. I mentioned about Spags, just second half, just making a couple little adjustments there, and Nagy's game plan was so deep. I mean, even by the time we got to the fourth quarter, we saw a lot of just good stuff left over, and Dave's group did a nice job. Even on the fake punt, we we had 10 guys out there, but made it work. So, anyways, with that time's yours.
Let's go first to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
And I'll just have a second question on this if that's okay. Coach, I know we talk a lot about Rashid, but on the other side, just how impressed have you been with Shamari Connor and what he's been able to do in this rookie season, especially yesterday with Mike out?
No, that's a great question there, Pete. Shamari did a heck of a job. I mean, he's been working in nickel and dime situations, but to come in and have that extended time in there and make the plays he did, with the exception of just trying to pick the ball up, the scoop and score thing. Probably should have just fallen on it when it's all said and done. But he sure did a nice job in there. Yeah.
And then Whitenet's just being in personnel before. I know you're a little bit more hands off now, but how impressed have you been on with your staff on the day three guys like a Snead, like a Connor, Watson, Williams, that type of thing?
Yeah, listen, I'm a big Brett Veach fan, so he's done a great job. I told him after the game, that's him. This game is him. This is a reflection of all the time and effort he and his guys have put in. It's just that's what it comes down to. They've given us good football players to coach.
Let's go next to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Andy. Wanted to ask about the touchdown to Travis Kelce and just and Brad, if you don't mind, I'll have a follow up too. But just what you saw Patrick do to sort of work where that defensive secondary was going to be before he found Travis open there.
Yeah, so he's got three options on that side, and he he's got to let it sort out just a tick. And he did that. He was very patient with it, and then obviously very accurate with the throw. And it was a throw that he not the same play, Sam, but it was a throw that he missed Trav on a little bit earlier, a corner route like that, and he he just fixed the problem and was spot on.
And then wanted to just ask if there's a significance for your jacket today.
Yeah, first of all, my office is freezing, so this is a good jacket to have on. Second, I'm a big fan of the Tuskegee Airmen. I mean, I've always liked that crew, man, and the stuff that they did. Thanks for asking, though.
Let's go next to Seren Petro. Go ahead, Seren.
Coach, just maybe your overall philosophy. I know it's tough to take human instinct out when you get close to the end zone. You want to reach out, and it happens all the time. I'm sure you've said to guys, "Hey, this is how we want to handle that." I'm just curious, what is the message that what's kind of the rule? Is it fourth down only? Just what is your kind of rule on when that when it's time to reach out?
Yeah, I'm not real big on reaching out because I've been involved with too many of those things where the ball gets knocked out. So score, but keep control of the football. And and he knows that. Listen, that play right there, Seren, he's scored a number of touchdowns on. So that's not his first rodeo there with that play, and he's had so much success with it.
Let's go next to Nick Jacobs. Go ahead, Nick.
Brad, I'll have a follow-up. Andy, my first question for you, going back to training camp and you guys going together and building that bond, how much of that do you feel like kind of helped yesterday going into an environment like that against Buffalo where you got so many people against you?
Yeah, Nick, it's really a great environment for the NFL and for their city. I mean, but you're playing. You're not playing against the crowd, but they're involved. They're right on top of you there, probably very much like somebody coming into Arrowhead. So, it's but I would tell you that, yes, I believe in that you go away to training camp, you can't be on the cell phone all day and you're around the guys all day. So, guys talk. Whether it's at dinner time or wherever, they talk, and they're living in the same dorm and so on. So there's a bond that does get started there. It's just how you grow it from that point. And this group, I felt that in our game that they've really done a nice job of growing together and supporting each other.
And then looking at that secondary from the Super Bowl last year, the young guys, till last night and all you guys were able to do, how much growth have you seen from those young guys to be in that moment and to capitalize the way that they did?
Yeah, so last year they got better every game, just with the experience, and then throughout the offseason working, and throughout this season they've continued to get better and to feel more comfortable challenging in man coverages and then tighten up these zones and zone coverage. This coming week will be the biggest test of them all. So up to this point, they've got a great group of wide receivers. And so, I think our guys, once we get through the week here, they look forward to that challenge. But they've done a nice job.
Looks like we've got a couple more. We'll go Todd Palmer and then Todd Lebo. Go ahead, Todd Palmer.
Hey, Andy. Just curious, you're facing two of the best running quarterbacks in the league back to back here, but obviously Josh Allen a little bit different than Lamar Jackson. So are the principles of, contain and things like that the same, or is this a much different animal because Lamar's a different athlete and a different running style?
Yeah, I would tell you it's somewhat the same. You have to stay in your lanes. You have to stay disciplined with any quarterback that runs. Lamar is special. He's he's fast and one of the faster guys on the field when it's all said and done. And he's shifty. Where Josh he'll go right through you. He doesn't care. He's a big man. And probably equally as fast. I mean, he's a fast kid. He's run away from secondary players. We've seen that on tape. So, but this kid, he throws it well. He throws on the move well. He runs the ball well. So we've just got to stay on top of that part of it, throughout practice this week and then during the game.
We'll go last to Todd Lebo. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Coach, I know you're going to probably see more of us than you want to this week because it's championship week. We'll talk to you a lot. But last one about this game. Did you see any video of Jason Kelsey in the game having his fun? Did he come see you guys? I don't know if you've seen the video. He looked like he had a good time at the game.
Yeah, my wife saw him, Todd. So she took pictures with him. I saw the pictures. So
Did he have his shirt on when she saw him?
No shirt on. No. Yeah, no. Listen, he's the best. He's a great kid. Great father. That's probably the thing I'm most proud of him for, because he's got a great wife and kids and everything. So he's done a nice job with that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Thanks, guys.